You know, there are great rice dishes around the world. These one-pot meals that are a little miracle of simple ingredients, this is one of my favorites. It's called red rice, which comes from the Low Country. What I'm doing here is I am warming up a little bit of delicious bacon fat and butter, and that's gonna be the first step in building this dish. This is Carolina Gold rice. It too comes from the Low Country around Charleston and Savannah. It's a beautiful, delicious, delicate long grain rice, and I am stirring it into this melted fat. Now this is an important step that you don't want to rush because the fat coating on this rice means that it will slowly absorb the liquid it's going to simmer in, and it keeps it from turning mushy. So once everything is glossy, I'm gonna add this shrimp and tomato broth. I'm going to start with a little and pour it on, and as this rice cooks, it is gonna soak up every delicious drop. There we go. Add my liquid, give it another good stir, and we're off to the races. Now, I'm gonna cover this pot and let it simmer gently over very low heat until it absorbs all the liquid. I know you're curious about this wonderful stuff. It is easy, aromatic, delicious. It's the key to good rice. This mixture is a beautiful shrimp and tomato stock that I use to cook the rice. I peeled and deveined the shrimp and set the shells aside. Heat a few drops of oil in a saucepan and stir in the shells. There's fantastic flavor in these shells, as much as in the shrimp themselves, so they're too tasty to toss. Cook while stirring until the shells turn pink and release their aroma. Pour in chicken stock and simmer gently until the liquid reduces to 2 cups. Strain out and discard the shells. Keep this shrimp stock warm over very low heat. In a saucepan, warm bacon fat and butter. Stir in the onion, celery, garlic, and salt. These vegetables, called the aromatics, will add even more flavor, texture, and color to the rice. I'm going to cook the vegetables until they're very tender, almost jam-like. Next, I'm stirring in tomato passata, a wonderful bottled ingredient that's like a cross between tomato sauce and tomato juice. It isn't hard to find. It's near the canned tomatoes in most grocery stores. Next comes vinegar, salt, pepper, thyme, bay leaves, and red pepper flakes. And finally, the delicious shrimp stock. There you go. Everything in this pan will add flavor to our rice and turn it red. So I've let this cook for about 25 minutes, long enough for the rice to absorb the amazing flavors out of that shrimp and tomato mixture. Now, when you're making this kind of red rice dish, the resting time is as important as the cooking time. So now I'm going to brown some smoky, delicious sausage. I'm using andouille, and the flavor is great, but you know that sausage can be so lean that sometimes I put a little bit of butter in the pan to start the browning process. It's a fully cooked sausage, but this browning is gonna bring all of its delicious flavor up to the surface. This has been cooking for a little bit, and I've developed some brown. That brown equals flavor, just right to receive this delicious, peeled and deveined, fresh shrimp. And we're gonna cook these only until the shrimp turn opaque. The secret to this recipe is to make sure everything cooks exactly the right amount of time so that when it all comes together, everything is cooked perfectly. And by golly, just that quick, just that easy, this is done. We're ready to assemble this dish. And oh wow, the aroma when I lift that lid. Everything we've been building has now come into play. So all I need to do is to add my shrimp and my sausage to my rice. Put it right on top. Oh, the heck with it. Let's just pour in the rest. There we go. A little more sausage. Don't want to miss a one. And now, with just a gentle folding action, we are going to turn this rice over this sausage to incorporate it. This is glorious. This is why you can see they call it red rice. It's not red when it goes into the pot. It's red when it comes out of the pot. I'm gonna serve up a gorgeous portion of this. Oh, this smells so good. Let me taste it. This is a home cooking recipe from the coast of the United States, but I'm telling you, friends, this is a world-class rice dish. Buy good rice, buy good ingredients. This is gonna be one of your favorite new dinners.